Okay.
Right.
Here we go.
I'm good to be played in. Hello, and welcome everybody to the Hobby Boys. We're good buds talk about drinking sets. I'm Brian Billicky.
And I'm your co-host, of course, the creepy uncle of podcasting, aka Uncle Cream. Heidi Lohoto Cremation. I'm recording live as always from the crematorium. I'm your editor-in-chief here at Cream Weekly, Dr. Officer Cream reporting for duty. Cream as cream.
Wow.
I got a lot to say.
We should do a cover of that song one day.
I mean, there's two people here that can do a cover of that. I'm not one of them.
You can play the trumpet.
Yeah, I can very poorly play the trumpet. Brian was there for the days where I was so into ska, like my sophomore year of college, that I bought a trumpet and tried to learn in a college dorm room, which was fun for everyone around, listening to someone try and learn a new instrument, especially one that loud,
so loud,
that obnoxious. A lot of fun. So we'll work on that. That'll be a project for the summertime. Yeah. There's someone here. I don't want to bring them in yet because they're not worthy to talk this early in the podcast, but they do know the procedure here, and I thought we would get one of our rare creamy ass creams from the guests, and it didn't happen, so they're gonna have to explain themselves when they come on. They almost
allowed to talk.
there she goes.
Oh, I guess you got it.
Okay, well, here is our holiday guest. You know, she's been here for last year's holiday episode of the Hobby Boys. She's been here for a Sandy Boys holiday episode as well. Our resident holiday guest here is Lita Brillman. Hello.
Hello. I'm here to make the holidays make the Yuletide not just gay but flaming. Is that a good holiday tagline? Well, I was gonna defend myself here and just say that I don't engage with that because All Cops Are Bastards includes Officer Cream. So
okay, that's a good reason. That's
I can't support the institution.
Yeah, interesting.
Of Uncle Cream.
See, now that's like a Pantheon thing, right? Because like either it's Officer Cream, like he's just a lowly beatnik cop, or he's like maybe he's high up in the military. He's like got some people underneath him. I guess either way, might not float the boat, but like we don't know. We've never figured it out. We may never will.
I don't even like beat cops, so
yeah,
none of this.
You know, when you said ACAB, I thought like
opinion.
you at least like you wouldn't include beat cops. Beat cops are some of the good guys. Come on, give him a break.
Yeah, sorry, I only mean high-ranking military.
Okay, good.
When I say ACAB, I mean only a very small percentage of cops.
Yeah, you got to clarify. Thank God.
You got it.
Okay, well now I'm slightly regretting my intro now. I never realized it was so problematic.
Well,
but
is this time to do something else with Cream?
Lita? I was waiting.
I thought you were really considering if it was time to do something else with Cream, and I was giving you time to respond. It looked like you were really thinking about it. Maybe it's an officer like when I was... Huge brag incoming. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
But when I was the 8th grade class president, they called us student council officers because there was student council and the officers were like the president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer.
And just to be clear, the brag happened already.
Yeah, the brag is that I was the 8th grade class president. It's okay that you're jealous. You can bring me down if you'd like to.
I was the 8th grade president
democratically
of
elected.
Body Odor, without a doubt.
Superlative?
That
was a superlative.
Yeah, was that elected by your class?
Yeah, that was a superlative that was handwritten in by whoever was in charge of yearbook club. They just wanted to make sure I knew that I sunk. Just a lot of dry fit t-shirts.
You that year. Like, you ran the yearbook.
I just wanted some attention. All press is good press. Yeah.
So... Well, that way we'll get off the pod. We'll think of something new to be kind of more accepting of different titles. We gotta think about
That's good. I like that because it's been a while since it's changed. I think it is time anyway. Leave your suggestions in the comments. Otherwise, it's not going to change.
Baron.
Baron
Baron's
cream.
good.
Okay.
Baron Von
It
Cream.
feels like it should be Baron Von Cream.
Okay. Actually, I don't want to like that much because I wanted some interaction with the folks, but we might just straight up change it here. All right. Start from the top.
What is there a hard limit on the number?
Now they
that you're
can't
allowed
respond.
To put in? We could do Baron Von Cream and then also add another one.
No, since now that we figured it out, I'm going to make sure no one is allowed. I'm going to cut off comments. Cutting it off.
No user
The
interaction.
moderator has turned off comments after things got a little too heated.
All right. Well, Baron Von Cream is calling for next segment, so here we go.
What did you drink last week?
Oh yeah.
And that was Lita on the guitar, everybody.
It's Lita on her pink acoustic
That
guitar.
was a lot louder than the theme song. I had to take an earbud out.
You're the one playing
Really
it, so that's on you.
loud.
That's a lot of the allure of the podcast is we actually just like ruin your hearing completely.
Yeah, with the
Hearing
point.
tests are more fun that way.
The point of the little drops are to make sure that everyone driving listening is awake because they're going to fall asleep at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Right.
So we'll start with our guest. Did you have anything to drink in this past week?
So this is a bad week to ask me because I have been not drinking a lot of beer lately because I've been eating a lot more calories because of the holidays. So it's both like trying to get more of a bang for my calories, and
Like also like less room in the belly.
just because. Yeah, and I just like started a new job and haven't really been like drinking on weeknights as much. But I've been drinking a lot of Prosecco, which is
Interesting.
my favorite drink anyway. And
By
I
itself?
feel like it's especially appropriate during just by itself. I
Wow.
love an Aperol spritz. I love like any sparkling wine, but Prosecco is my favorite beverage. It probably would be champagne if I was rich enough to ever have it. I don't know. But I've been drinking a lot of Prosecco because I also feel like around Christmas time, when I go to a bar on like a Wednesday, it's not as weird to just like order a glass of Prosecco, which I feel like a lot of like the bar that I go to every week is like not fancy, but it's not a dive. So they like have a cheap Prosecco.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's weird to make them open a bottle of wine at this like not nice bar. But since it's around the holidays, I feel like other people are ordering it. It's very festive. But I also want to shout, because I don't have an interesting answer to what I've been drinking this week, I want to shout out a guy who, I posted this on Instagram, that I went to a bar after work that I really like. And this one is a dive. And I was sitting at the bar by myself, just having a drink and reading my book. And a guy sat down next to me. This was at like 5 p.m. on a weekday. And he immediately ordered a Cuba Libre and an ice cream
Oh, I think I saw you
sandwich,
tweet about this.
which is just a fucking baller order. I was like, I aspire to ever know what I want.
Yeah.
As much as this man does. And she was like, do you want to hear the flavors of ice cream sandwiches? And he was like, no, butter pecan. And she was like, okay, we have some new ones. And he was like, butter pecan.
There's probably like certain
not
bartenders there
interested
that
in what
like just
flavors
leave
you
it there
have.
for him at 5 o'clock and know he's going to show up and start eating it.
It's
little
just
reserved
wild.
That's
Reminds me of the time
Incredible.
that I was at a bar at like 3 p.m, a college bar, and some old guy walked in and ordered a shot of Goldschlager, a shot of Fireball, which are both cinnamon whiskeys, and a Miller Lite.
he couldn't decide how shitty he wanted his cinnamon whiskey to taste.
It was just him. Like, he wasn't waiting for anybody. I watched him
Well, my
drink
life
all
likes
3 of those
Goldschlager. Like,
drinks.
no, it's for him.
You know what? He's drinking on a
No.
budget though. That's probably what it was. Is he wanted the 2 shots of Goldschlager to feel fancy. He's like, I only need the one. I want the same flavor, but like, just give me the worst one. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Once you've had one, what kind of cinnamon whiskeys do you have on draft? I'll just take your rail, please. But yeah, so nothing I drank this week was as interesting as a Cuba Libre.
I mean, like
and an ice cream
yeah,
sandwich.
but the whole your drinking like process is interesting though. Like just to be at a bar middle of the week and order a prosecco was like kind of fun and also a baller move in itself. Something that I don't do. Me and Brian, I think we were just texting about this and how I wish I was closer to like a place I could just walk into, bring my Switch and like get a beer and sit down by myself. I just don't. I've never done it, so I don't know what it would feel like to do that. If it's only best done at certain places, I guess it is better at like a diving place. Is that where you feel more comfortable being alone and drinking?
As long as there is a bar, I don't really care. Like I would never go and like sit at a table to like read my book and have a drink. I just like sitting at the bar with a book because you can choose to talk to people or not talk to people if you want, because it's like really easy to look busy and like people won't really bother you. But then also if somebody is like having a really interesting conversation next to you and I like seem amenable to you joining in, you can like talk to them. But this is like one of my favorite things to do is go to a bar by myself and read a book. I do it all the time. I've done it in every country I've ever visited since I've been over 18. And I just go by vibes, and I feel like, I'll walk by a place. I don't like Google Maps or whatever. In Pittsburgh, I have my spots. But everywhere else, I'll just like walk until I like.
That's kind of what we were talking about too. I said to Brian, like, I feel like I would love to do that if I ever traveled for work. That seems like a great thing to do on a trip where you're by yourself. But I guess I don't need to have that qualifier. I could just do it anytime. Oh
yeah, you should just hop on the LIRR.
Wow, what a local ref.
Maddie said. Locals. Okay. We thought.
Can you tell us the train line real quick, starting at Babylon?
There's Massapequa and Massapequa Park. You can't forget
your favorite part. There you go.
The double Massapequas. Lindenhurst is in there.
Good.
Home of Pat Benatar.
Yes.
You should just hop on the train and get off somewhere that you don't normally get off and just do it. Treat yourself.
Strand yourself.
Strand myself. That's a good idea. I like that. Especially I'm going to be moving closer to the train line soon, so that works great.
That's true.
I love it.
Lita, do you have a favorite? You brought up like going to like doing that in other countries. Do you have a favorite country that you did that in?
So there's two different answers based on like quality of bars and then like density of bars. So I think quality of bars was Copenhagen.
Cool.
People there are so fucking friendly and they like love drinking. And hygge, which is like their concept of like being cozy, they take it really seriously. So even dive bars have like actual real candles. And awesome. It's like very warm and just very fun. But I think in terms, and Copenhagen like is super dense and walkable, but it's not like the most like nightlife-y city. In terms of just like density of bars and just being like, whatever vibe I want right now, I can find it. Berlin, 100%. It's massive. It's everything's really close together, and it's also the best vegan city in the world. So if I wanted a snack, I knew I would be able to get that too.
Fun. Copenhagen sounds great for me, just because I'm not like a big nightlife person in general. I'm such a day drinking is one of my favorite activities in the entire world. It's just the absolute best. And if I could end my night kind of early, like before 12, then I'm pretty happy. Because even like if you start really early, like you don't want to like still be drinking at 12 o'clock. I remember, Brian, when we did Malt Madness last year, we started drinking probably like around 11, and by 8 o'clock, I was like simultaneously drunk and hungover. It's just like I just felt like dog shit. Just from like a 12-hour drinking session is just really tough, and that's sometimes what happens when you day drink.
I think we're at the point in our lives where we are old enough where a huge spike in blood sugar will just like set your day back, like beyond belief.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like even until 12 is pushing it for me. You were like, if I can do early before 12, like maybe if I'm going to a drag show, but otherwise
that'll keep you out.
I don't think.
Like last night we were out for Nicole's sister's birthday, who just turned 35. So it's two 35-year-olds and two essentially, I'll admit it, we're both basically 30. Sad.
Wow.
But we were out and her sister was like, I guess we'll get one more drink, and it was 10 o'clock. And that was like the nightcap was a 10 o'clock drink until like 11 o'clock. And then we were like, all right, time for bed on a Friday night. Killing it.
I mean, another thing about that, like I feel like more recently you've been on the old fashions, like the very like boozy drinks and like the kind of drinks that you have like 2 or 3 of throughout a night, and then it's like, okay, now time for a nightcap.
Yeah.
And like you want to enjoy yourself. It's not like college anymore where you're like, I'll have I'm gonna like plan on having like 10 or like span of 3.
It's a winter drinking thing too for me, like between the old fashions and like the getting tired earlier, just because like it becomes nighttime at 4:30, and then you just feel different, and then I want to drink brown stuff in the winter now. I actually to segue into what I drank last week, I started off at a bar in Lindenhurst, right on the train line. Like literally, you can hear the train when it passes by. Might be like my new baseball watching bar when I moved there. But I started off with 2 old fashions. Our party of people drank $120 worth of old fashions while we were there. We were supposed to be with Nicole's parents. They have COVID, so they didn't come, and we were showing them everything we were drinking. They were very jealous. Her stepdad is the one who loves that bar and found out that the old fashioned is very good. So my qualifier for an old fashioned being good is before you drink it, and I see it, and it has muddled cherries at the bottom and like squished up oranges, then I know like, all right, great, this is a good one. Where sometimes you get one and it just looks like a glass of whiskey with too many ice cubes, and like I'm not sure if they even put any bitters in it. It just looks like, oh, here's a glass of whiskey for $12. Like, thanks, sir. But like you can tell when someone did work to it and where it's going to be a little sweet or it's just going to taste like pure booze. But they're very good there. I also went to on Thursday, I think, like a beer tasting class at that beer market I was telling you, Campground. So it's almost like the Cicerone at the place has a monthly class he does where he picks the theme. So this theme was end of fall, start of winter drinks. So they were all kind of like ambery in hue, and we ended up with like finishing with a stout. And I think there was even like a quad in the mix there somewhere, which was technically qualified as a malt liquor. It was so high in alcohol percentage. I think it was like 12 or 13%. So they couldn't call it a beer. It was really good. It covered up the booze super well. I think there was like a 9% beer that tasted more boozy than the 12% that was really good. It was fun because we walked into this place not knowing what to expect. So we thought it would just be like the guy would talk us through each round, which he did. But we walk in and it's just like 8 people that seemed like they show up every week, and we were the new people that showed up for the first time. And all the other, I think it started like maybe 3 months ago. So this was like their 6th class. And they expected it just to be their little family like forever, and we showed up like, oh my god, hey guys! So we just like made friends with these 70-year-olds and a couple people that were our age. And I'm positive
did they haze you?
They made us sign into their little journal book, which felt like hazing to me because I think I signed in the wrong place and the guy made fun of me. But I'm near positive that guy. Last time I was at this place, I saw him peeing on the side of the building. I swear.
That's the initiation.
Okay, are we just starting rumors because he judged you? I saw that guy. I mean, he said that I signed to the wrong place, but I saw him peeing on the building, so.
Like, okay, next beer.
I don't know who you're going to believe. You're going to believe that guy?
Me?
Building pisser?
Or the guy with fucking probably Alzheimer's next to me.
Oh my god.
But then like you clean it up and everyone's like, well, why are you trying to like get him? We all do that. Why are you trying to get him in trouble? Like,
you sign in, you pee on the side of the building, you come back in for the class.
Yeah.
But it was cool. And then enjoying myself convinced me to buy. They had like a Christmas 12-pack that was just like one of those mystery packs. But I think he said that every box is different. So I know, Brian, we have done that in back in New Paltz where they had a bunch of those mystery packs. And it seemed like very much like the leftover shit that they couldn't sell that was like a year plus old. But this place, it seemed like they curated it in a nice way because everything is sort of Christmas themed as I've been picking through it on the week. So
the Christmas beers can be like nut roll, and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I have a nut roll ale that I never would have bought ever.
Yeah, you don't need to buy nut roll ales. You can make any ale a nut roll ale. Just don't want to put that out there.
You just roll a nut into
it? Just it's very simple. What I do like about like the Christmas themed beers is that they don't have to be just like Christmas ales. One of the ones I had was a sour, but it was like a cranberry sour that had some like cinnamon and nutmeg in it too, and it was still very fruity. Because otherwise, I've had bad experiences where all Christmas beers like, all right, it's just a big brown stout with cinnamon. Like, all right, great. Or like Christmas ales aren't really for me either. But it can get a little boring.
I find Christmas ales like so divisive because there are some where I'm like, this is like the best beer I've ever had in my life, and there are some that like this just tastes like they took like everything they could find that like is on a wreath or like
everything in Michael's,
the Christmas
right in the beer.
Like, all right, here it is. Like, yeah, it's not good. Sorry.
Well, did you have any Christmas ales this week? Potpourri.
Yeah, potpourri beer is what they should call it. I did actually. yesterday we went to our friend Jordan Ashley's for kind of a I guess it was like a friends miss type thing. There's supposed to be like a bunch of people who came, but they all bailed. And we were like, well, we're gonna come, and it's gonna be a great time. So I had brought some like rando beers from the fridge to kind of get rid of them. So I had 2 Bitburgers, a Sapporo, and then my friend was like, "Oh, you should try this." It was a Troegs Mad Elf, and it was like a little on the on that end of like too caramelly and like too like syrupy.
Mm-hmm.
They're still pretty good, 13% or something shit like that. So it's like very super
Yeah.
bomb.
That was in the one that like the
Is
corked
it
version
really
of Mad Elf?
Troegs?
Yeah, I think
Really?
so.
I was gonna ask Lita to
Troegs,
clear that up
Troegs.
because she's a Pennsylvania resident. But I always
gonna
said
say-
Troegs.
I have always said Troegs, and I recently was at Hershey Park. Recently being like,
Right.
months ago. And there's a Troegs like right there, and I'm pretty sure people who used to live there recommended it and said Troegs. But now I feel crazy.
Well,
Because I know that they do have that accent over
Yeah.
their O, or I mean their E, whatever.
Which would lead you to be like, all right, make sure you say this fucking E. Don't skip the E.
I don't know, but maybe then...
Oh, it is Troegs.
You fool.
I did it, and it's Trowgz.
Troegs.
Proven wrong
Is
again.
how I would pronounce
that.
That's how the Germans say it, probably.
Yeah, that Mad Elf is not bad.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's so anything that is heavy in cherry flavor. I'm not a big fan of. I don't, even though I do love cherry glacier ice cream. That's the only thing I like that's like cherry flavored.
Yeah, I think cherry beers is
And
kind of weird.
Old fashioned.
And old fashions, but those are different because they're like if you use like the good cherries, they're like
It's like
tart
cherry adjacent.
sour cherries. I like those.
Yeah, I guess when I bartended, we used the maraschino cherries, but I didn't muddle orange. We did the thing where you take the orange slice and like run it around the rim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go heavy.
I don't like shit. I don't like garbage in my.
That's
drinks.
what I love. I love there's just like, you can't even see that it's so much shit floating around. It's more shit than liquid in my old fashions.
I don't
You
want
just
a
strain it.
pulpy beverage ever.
Oh yeah, you could basically chew on my old fashions. It's food.
Gelatinous, old fashioned.
Yeah, can I have an old fashioned? Do you want that rocks or neat? Can I have it chewy? It's like solid, please.
Chewy as possible.
Orange?
Can I have an orange and just I'll boof a bottle of brandy. Oh, speaking of,
I
have you?
kind of want to try a little gelatin in my old fashioned next time. Make it a little like crisp pick.
Old fashioned Jello shots, maybe.
Yeah, old fashioned just.
Horrible.
It sounds good.
Whiskey Jello shot is like such a horrible use for whiskey. I feel like it's like if I was at a party and somebody was like Jello shots and I did one that was
didn't
whiskey,
realize.
I would be like,
Holy shit!
The best part is that everyone has a cherry flavor in the middle, so like you.
Oh,
take
that's
it,
actually doesn't sound too bad.
oh,
Stem on. Actually, stem on would be kind of cool. You could like
pick it up.
Stem. Pick up the little jello
Right,
shot.
I know you're kind of kidding, but I might do this for Malt Madness. Sounds great.
I mean, the way that you know how people will like take vodka and like inject it into a watermelon and eat it.
Yeah.
I feel like doing that with whiskey and an orange would not be bad.
That doesn't sound bad. I listened to these Sloppy Boys did that this year over the summertime, and I can't tell if they did it wrong or if it just doesn't really work because it sounds like all the vodka would just kind of get stuck in one
watermelon?
place. Yeah, like have you done it before? Either of you?
No. Watermelon is like my favorite food. I don't want to.
You want to taint it? Oh, yeah, Brian Hayes. So there's two schools of thought here. Don't taint your watermelons that are so great, and why would I drink a watermelon drink?
So
yeah,
like,
the only people who like this are people who are neutral on watermelon.
Yeah, they like vodka more than watermelon at that one.
Mm-hmm.
So was the injection like they literally take like not a hypodermic needle, but like a needle, and they just like pop it in there and just like depress it, and then like now wait, or is it like they do like the mixture thing where they like cut up on a point, mix it all up, and then put vodka in it.
I think there's been that one's probably the better way, but I think the one that's more fun, you want it to just like kind of naturally ooze in as you create the hole, but you also like poke like cavities in it so it has pathways for the vodka to travel.
That's fucking sci-fi. That's not real. That's like
it doesn't work. It is sci-fi.
Yeah,
it's not real. No, a lot of the sort of innovations for how to consume vodka are either dangerous or don't work, and I think the tampon thing might be both. I think we just don't need to innovate how to drink.
No.
Like, I think we got it.
I think that's innovating getting. That's two very different things.
Right. Yeah. Just take the liquid, pour it in whichever hole you like best, and just go from there.
But that's what I'm saying about the tampons. I think just the one hole probably works.
The original hole.
Best.
The mouth is the original hole.
Whatever you think the original hole is probably different from what I do.
The Bible says the mouth is the original hole.
Okay.
The sacred hole.
The sacred hole. No, yeah. Back to the watermelon, because we need to spend a lot of time on this. Apparently, the spots that the vodka touched too much were like almost steak-like. Like they got really hard, like really chewy and hard.
Steak-like?
Yeah, the way they described it was like, okay, the ones that taste really good taste like the vodka didn't get there.
Yeah.
I've seen like vegan restaurants make like sashimi out of watermelon, but I feel like I need to start selling vegan vodka steaks. Out of the watermelon.
Yeah.
And it also gets you drunk.
Vegan vodka steaks. That sounds really good. They're rare. See?
Does it?
They're red. They're red.
Yeah, it's like super pink and runny.
It's
like
vodka steak tartare.
I want my old fashioned solid and my steaks liquid. I don't know what's hard about that.
I wasn't sure when we were going to get you to admit this today. Thank God we're finally here.
Big step.
Big step. Brian, it's time to get into the drink of the week.
I think so.
Okay. Very anticlimactic. Maybe I should start getting like a little boop for the new segment. That's good.
Perfect.
Nice. All right, we did it.
All right, we're on the new
It's that
segment.
guy slurring.
Drink of the week.
Okay. Do you have like a blurb for this? I didn't prepare.
Actually, a good point. Talk amongst yourself. While I bring one up.
Talk amongst
Blurb
yourself.
like an expert that has given a quotation on it, so that it can be on like the front of the book.
Yeah. Maybe mommy Mulled wine here can tell us all about it. That's you.
Excuse me?
Your mommy Mulled wine.
Me? No, it's not. I thought
Just
maybe
use-
this was like you had Googled it and that was like a blog post that came up.
That's your username. That's your username. So people that can't see the Discord right now, that is what Lita came into the Discord chat as. It says Mommy Mulled Wine is in the chat with Pornboy69420 and Sackmouth.
No, the only time I come into the chat is in the D&D room.
That's right. When she sees when she sees us in there.
I'm a mulled wine enjoyer. That's it. But if we're introducing it, we're drinking mulled wine, most of which I've already drank.
Yeah.
Nice.
Likewise.
But it's something that I make every year for the holidays, both Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I think I'm really good at making it. So it was really funny that Brendan texted me and asked me if I wanted to come on for the mulled wine episode. And I was like, did somebody like find out this is like something that I'm actually proficient in?
I swear you told me. You must have told me about this before, because I don't know. That is weird that I would just assume like, I have a feeling.
I
Lita's
must
got
have.
the
Maybe I
best
sent you
mulled
like a
recipe.
Snapchat of me making it at Thanksgiving last year or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I make it every year, like twice a year. And I don't think I would drink it much more than that.
What are the two times that you make it for Thanksgiving, and do you do it for Christmas or do you do it for Chanukah?
Well, we're sort of a multi-faith household. Partner of the pod is a goy. So we do like Christmas and Hanukkah stuff.
Right.
But like more people are around during Christmas, so you should make it for Christmas.
Yeah, I
do have
we don't get Hanukkah off.
Yeah.
Yikes. You have a little blurb here. If we'd like to
I
hear it
knew it.
from everyone's favorite Wikipedia. What? Fuck. Everyone's favorite Wikipedia. Yeah, great. Good job, Brian.
Everyone's favorite pedia.
There we go.
I'm sorry. Everyone's favorite free encyclopedia, Wikipedia. That was a very Jimmy Fallon moment to me. Because Jimmy Fallon sucks.
Not funny and alcoholic.
That's right.
exactly right. Yeah, there you
go. Mulled wine, also known as spiced wine, is an alcoholic drink usually made with red wine, along with various molding spices and sometimes raisins. Served hot or warm.
Nope.
Never had it with raisins.
Hot or warm. We have so many options.
Right. They didn't mention like the 7 different things in between hot and warm, so kind of fucked up.
What are the 7 things between?
Lukewarm, kind of hot.
Kind
Overdone.
of hot.
Lukewarm, Brian warm, Brendan warm.
So when I was growing up, I thought lukewarm was a Star Wars reference.
What's
I thought it was
lukewarm?
like
Is it
how
like
hot
the blue milk?
I can't wait to drink blue milk one day. It's so good. So served usually around Christmas is usually served in Christmas markets in Europe, primarily in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Croatia. That's kind of weird. And Romania, the Nordic countries, the Baltic company. Oh my God, this is too many things.
Are you reading the whole page?
They're jumping all around the map.
Yeah, Croatia, Romania, Nordic, Baltic, Eastern France.
These are like not in order.
I mean, if it's a name, just like a random U.S. state in there somewhere too. In New Hampshire
and Arkansas.
You can have vodka spiced mulled wine, and that is in Poland, Christmas markets. So
only Poland.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this is my
Like
first mulled wine experience.
Same. Actually, I lied.
Lita, have you ever had this like out? Is it if you had it at a bar and they serve it there?
Yes. I remember having it at Dasha in DC, which is a beer garden, and in the winter they have like spiked apple cider and mulled wine because it's outside, even in the winter. That's where I remember having it. It's something that I'll order one of. If they have it sometimes, if I'm like really feeling it, but that's it. I actually don't really drink a lot of red wine like ever.
Hey, I'm a wine.
It's not that I don't like it.
Yeah.
I really prefer white and sparkling.
Oh. Yeah, if I'm going to drink wine, it'll be like what the base of this is, being like a dry red wine. But I just don't, I'm not going to buy a bottle of red wine. It's just not who I am.
Yeah.
If it's given to me and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, but I don't know what about red wine just doesn't bring me back that often. But every time I do have it, I'm like, oh, this is great. But I think it just really sucks the sap out of your mouth so easily that it really is such a 1 or 2 drink type of thing.
You gotta do for 1-2, like a mulled wine.
Yeah.
Mulled wine beer, mulled wine beer.
I never drink water, and I have it for this podcast because I knew I was going to be drinking red wine.
You're one of the old men that goes, oh, water rest the pipes.
Water rest the pipes. Water I drink.
I didn't know you were so anti-water. That's like a common thing that old men say.
Oh, I'm just like the least hydrated girly in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I just don't. I'm not like against it. I just don't drink water ever. I like a LaCroix.
Okay, so you're getting hydrated somehow.
Sure do.
Somehow via like 3 cans of tangerine LaCroix per day.
Now we've had this conversation before, I think, but like LaCroix hydrate you, right? Because it's just water and like essence.
Just water.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason. Much like vodka and watermelons, there's no reason that it would scientifically not.
It does feel wrong.
A common misconception.
It's like bubbles and stuff. Just like reminds you, oh, this is probably like a soda. Especially, I've been on a crazy Spindrift kick lately, which is not good because like they're overpriced, but I just like them so much, and they only come in 8 packs.
Those have like a little bit of juice, right?
Yeah,
so they
that's
have
why I
like
like
30
them.
calories in them.
Yeah, I think the one that has the highest amount of calories is around 30, and it's got 3 grams of sugar, but none of it's added. It's just like from the fruit itself, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Also, 3 grams of sugar is like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So negligible. But I think that one's like the mango tangerine one, and it tastes like the beginning of a summer cocktail. Like, ooh, say it's like a soda and like a boozy drink, and they're so good. But it's $7 for 8, so you're almost paying $1 per can at the grocery store. Like, and the cheap, like it's ShopRite too, so it's not overpriced there at all. So it's just like it's my little treat when I feel like it sometimes. But it is bubbly enough where I'm like, this is not good for me, or it's not getting me hydrated, but it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, but I also feel like $8 or what'd you say?
$7
for
for
8 drinks.
Yeah.
7 for 8. Yeah, but $7 is one glass of wine. So if you have like one spin, like when you're out,
Yeah,
So
I
if
guess
you have,
so. I
or
could,
like a beer.
yeah. So I could drink
that's
all
like
8
still.
in one night if I wanted to.
I mean, I guess I more meant if you have like one a night, that's still like as a substitute for an alcoholic
okay.
beverage. That's like
8 a night.
Very economical way to spend money.
right.
Unless you're like pounding spindrifts and then going to the bar, in which case
pre-gaming with my 8 spindrifts.
economical.
I'm just in the bathroom the whole time.
Yeah. You want to go out anyway.
Pre-game with anything that costs
Yeah.
the same amount of money as a
Hey, just send my next beer to that stall over there. I'll be in there, just sitting down. I'll leave the door
that guy
open.
down the road.
Round of spindrifts for everyone.
Round of 8 spindrifts for everybody. So, Brennan, you said this is your first experience with mulled wine.
Yeah, it's good.
Is that true?
It's good.
You like it?
Moving on. No, it's solid. It just tastes like a little bit of an altered red wine, which it is. It's kind of what I've made hard cider once before, and these are the exact. If I had to guess what to use to make for a mulled wine, I would have just used ingredients that sound like it would be like a wintertime sangria instead of like a summertime.
Yeah.
So like the usual suspects being like the star anise, the clove, the cinnamon stick, and then orange instead of like all the like summer fruits instead of like your strawberries and mangoes. I don't know. Whatever goes into a summer one.
So what recipe did you guys use?
Brian found ours, but I think we both did something slightly different.
So I found this like I looked up how to make mulled wine and I took the first fucking one on there, and it was literally just like, hey, put like I used a chai tea bag instead of all like the other things because it said I could.
Oh. Wait, what kind of wine did it call for?
I did a Merlot. It said any like fruity wine, so it did say you could do a white as well.
Oh, that never even occurred to me. I would like that better, like a white sangria, a white mulled wine.
Try and find it.
And Brendan, what kind of wine did you use?
I asked the guy for just anything dry. I asked for a dry red blend, but he pointed me to a Cab Sav, which was fine for me. I think I've had those and liked those quite a bit.
I've made it with Cab before.
Yeah,
but this time I used a red blend.
Okay, yeah, I think those are the two that if I'm gonna drink wine, I'll drink red blend or Cab.
It's a good use for like a shitty bottle of wine.
Right, that's what I asked too.
Because you add so much stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You add so much stuff to it and some of the alcohol cooks off. So it's just like not going to taste like the original wine anyway. So I always use like a Barefoot brand.
Yeah.
Like something that I would never drink otherwise.
I got mine from Aldi for like $3.50.
What? Oh man.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah. I did a Merlot from there.
To sell Aldi's here. I literally live in George Orwell's 1984.
we have all these, but we don't sell liquor in them. Yeah. Unfortunately. There was you would never find a 3.
We don't even have wine at Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's is like the whole thing is cheap wine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the cheapest I would be able to find is at Total Wines, but it's just so damn far away. You could probably find like a $6 bottle there, maybe. But
the reason the Southwood Variety is because you can sell wine in grocery stores.
Yeah, that's what I had to do today. I did all my grocery shopping and like errands in the same trip. And instead of when I go grocery shopping, it takes me probably like 45 minutes max. But the whole trip I had to go like, I gotta go to this good liquor store. I know they have like the cheapest prices there, but it was just such a roundabout way I had to go to get to all my stops. That would have been nice if I could have just done the Virginia move and gotten everything in one place. Stupid laws. So what was break down that recipe for us, Brian?
All right, so it is the full bottle of wine, of course, 750 ml. I did. It said to do a quarter cup of brandy. I eyeballed a bunch of 20 port that I had. I'm trying to kill that bottle. I eyeballed a bunch of that, which is good.
You didn't use any brandy.
Clementine. I didn't use any brandy. I did. It said you can use port wine instead of the brandy.
Wow, you're doing all the alts.
I know. I was like, I have all this already. I did clementine.
You serving the wine solid?
Kidding me?
No, they said like you can like do.
It sounds like you're trying to be different now.
It's not really good.
No, I'm sure it did.
It called for 8 ounces of Diet Coke, so obviously I did that.
Coke Zero instead, of course. I did actually use Coke Zero as a sweetener, so we're getting there.
Cassie.
You're crazy.
So we got, it says 8 whole cloves, 2 star anise, 2 cinnamon sticks. I did powdered cinnamon and the tri-bag, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of sugar, honey, or maple syrup. I did the maple syrup.
Nice.
No garnishes for me though, so just
Okay.
just wine.
I mean, I didn't. So you gave me this recipe, and we didn't do anything the same except for the bottle of wine. I did the bottle of wine. I did the quarter cup of brandy.
Wine.
I bought a bottle of brandy because I was excited to have it. I've been on that old fashioned kick, like I've been telling you. I've been excited to try a brandy old fashioned to see how much different it is from like a regular whiskey old fashioned. Probably, maybe just like a little sweeter. I don't know. But it's good to have that in the house. It's also such a cheap liquor. It was like $13 for a full size bottle. And I thought brandy was maybe going to be lesser in liquor too, but it's still like a full 40% booze. So good to have. I made sure I got the kosher bottle because Lita's here, obviously. So I used a quarter cup of that. I did all of the accoutrement, being the star anise, the cinnamon sticks,
Clementine,
and I did full orange, like a normal man. And I did the cloves. I had all of them since last time I made cider, and they're all there. I think I dipped out on one of the star anise because I just don't like it's like it could really take over something.
It's very powerful.
Make it too licoricey, and so I just did one. I did a sweetener. I did brown sugar because I just felt right. I think that's everything. Oh, and then I just cut up the whole orange, and it's really good. I mean, it just tastes like a little bit of a fortified wine. It just tastes a little bit stronger and like Christmas.
Yeah.
And Lita, what is this special recipe of yours? How much does this differ from ours?
It's not that different. So I use like a shitty red blender, a cab. I do agave.
Oh.
But you could do maple syrup and it would still be vegan. And then I do the oranges. I guess like sometimes I'll put a splash of orange juice, like literally just grocery store orange juice if it's like not sweet enough. But I do apple brandy, so like Calvados.
I saw that next to it. I was like,
or there's like
maybe I should do that.
There's a really good the distillery that I used to work at in DC has their like own apple brandy that I think is like the best. So if I have that, I think that makes a difference.
How pungent is like an apple flavor in an apple brandy? Is it like overpowering or is it nice?
No, it's apple brandy like by itself. It's so high ABV that it sort of just tastes like alcohol.
Okay.
But the apple brandy, when some of the alcohol cooks off in the mulled wine, is really good and not like super sweet. But yeah, so you can do Calvados, or you can do instead of the orange juice, like just regular brandy and then like a store-bought apple cider. It's like a little bit of it. But I like to have something that just like, I don't know, deepens the flavor a little bit. And then anise, cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger. But I think that's it. Yeah. And it's really good. It turned out really well today. I actually didn't have anise, I will confess. So there's no anise in this one, but
sounds funny.
It did turn out very well. I have already finished my whole holiday snowman mug of it, which by the way, Brendan, it's really weird that you're drinking it out of a wine glass.
It's a beer
holiday
wine
mug.
Glass. This is a brewery.
No, cozy holiday mug.
It was really strange.
Is meant to be enjoyed.
To have like a steam coming out of my glass.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Your glass.
Yeah. There's some it swallowed some glass for sure. Yeah, definitely an oversight on my part.
The first time I had mulled wine was in Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and they were passing out these little Christmas Village cups.
That is a cool cup.
And so
that's very Williamsburg because it's like colonial. They had ceramics back then. I don't think they had roller coasters though.
No. Actually, funny story about Busch Gardens is that's where I first was traumatized by theme park rides. I did the Escape from Pompeii ride when I was like 5 or 6, and it's like you're getting rained down on by a volcano. It's really scary, and then they do the big drop afterwards, and I was definitely afraid of roller coasters after that until I was like 14.
What? You're just afraid of rides and heights and stuff?
I was, and now I've gotten over that. But that's a little Brian lore for everybody, so everyone wants to know.
Wow, very fun fact.
In case anybody was like, why didn't Brian go on a roller coster from the age of 5 to the age of 14? That's
Some people
so
were wondering.
weird.
Like Brian won't answer my invite to Busch Gardens anymore.
He didn't answer it back in 2004.
No, he will. He will now. He just didn't between the ages of 5 and 14.
I did respond to one recently, and I am going.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Is it warm enough for them to stay open all year?
No, they just do like Winter Village in the December months.
Oh, so you're not going on rides. You're just going through.
No, they do rides too.
Oh, wow. I like
just bundle up.
Hershey Park will do that too, where they have like the Christmas village sort of set up, but I don't think any rides really operate.
A lot of the theme parks by us, Kings Dominion did the same thing. They're open year round now, so they just do just keep everything open.
I told Brendan about how every single phone I've ever had I shattered, and one of them was at Kings Dominion. I dropped my phone in the parking lot on the way out, so we got the whole day in. And I was like, oh my God, my phone, and it probably would have been fine, but then my at the time boyfriend's friend just like stepped directly on it.
Ooh, crunch.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So you had a theme park,
an eventful day.
You would have thought it would have been like flying out of your pocket on the ride or something, but just like you finished, you accomplished the day, saved you to lose your phone, you to break it, and just dropped it.
No, and that was only the second most dramatic thing that happened that day, because that was the day that I got pooped on by a bird, and a guy, a custodial worker, told me that I needed to go to the medical tent, which really freaked me out because I am a hypochondriac. I'm very, very phobic of getting sick. Mm-hmm. So it didn't like register to me as a big deal until the guy told me that I had to go to the medical tent. Brendan, are you okay?
I think his wine glass shattered.
It was a big glass sip.
So Brendan just spit out like a third of his
I want to make sure people came to
wine
YouTube
glass.
to watch this. I didn't strain my wine because I was just taking like ladles out of it because I wanted to keep steeping and just sit in the oranges.
That happened to me too. You can see all the spices.
Yeah, I definitely
side of my mug.
Almost crunched down on the clove. We're okay.
He wanted it solid. So I was like, okay, I'll go to this medical tent. And the guy walked me there and was like, oh, you're going to be fine. Because he could see that I was like starting to freak out because I thought like I was going to get hollow bones.
Wait, where did this shit go? Was it in your hair
bones?
or face?
No, it was just like on my arm. It was just like, so my boyfriend and his friend were like off getting... What? Yeah, like
that makes sense for the hollow bones. It was on your skin.
Yeah. Now I'm fully on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, birds have hollow bones. It's not just like a random thing.
But it'd be crazy to think that the shit infected you. Like you just.
I don't know, but so I just like took off. My boyfriend like didn't know where I had went, and I was starting to freak out. And the guy, the custodial worker, was like, "You're gonna be fine. Have you seen the stuff they do on Survivor?" And I was like,
actually,
"That's so weird that he brought up Survivor because yes, I've seen every single episode of it." So I was like, "Okay, I need to trust this man. He was sent to me from God." But I got to the medical tent. And it's some 18-year-old kid who's working there, and I'm like sobbing, and I'm just like, "A bird pooped on my arm," and he's like, okay, do you want to wash it? Yeah. And then I just have to like lay down because I'm like so hot from running in Virginia in June. And by the time my boyfriend gets there, I'm just like laying in the medical tent crying. He thinks that like I've been shot. Then he did not stop making fun of me for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And
I've only broken 17 bones since. I'm fine.
Yeah. It wasn't even the first time I've ever been pooped on by a bird.
But you're just aware of this new fact.
The first time anybody had advised me to seek medical attention.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I think most people have the opposite reaction. They're like, oh, great. There's shit all over me, but it's good luck because everyone's excited about that. It's like the fun thing about bird shit.
I think it was just people telling themselves that, like, oh, man, I guess this is good. I hope this is good luck.
It better be. I'm gonna flip.
I guess that's like a good attitude to have.
Yeah.
Every time something horrible happens to you.
This has got to be good.
Oh, my wife left me, but that's good luck.
That's good luck.
Silver lining.
Last time I got shown by a bird, there was corn in the ship. It's weird.
Brandon, that was you. You shot yourself.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to do, but you done it.
I done it.
You didn't know it was you?
Shit straight up landed on my head. Let's rate. This is rank. Before we get too much into turd talk, Lita. I knew if anyone it would be Lita, that would lead this into turd talk.
Just rank.
Let's rank them.
Good. Do you want to? I need more. Do you want? I need a little break to get a little more of this.
Yeah.
You dirty dog. Okay. Let's
Him.
second round break.
Yeah. Be right back.
Bye. Wow. Brian's wasted, man.
Oh God! No fucking not.
You're wasted.
I'm only half wasted. I only had half a drink.
You gotta have a brain.
Have something that's for sure. I've been drinking every drink with this little spoon.
Slurp. I wish I had a little spoon. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that how you keep your steps?
Yeah, it's my daily pedometer.
It'd be so funny if you went to work.
Pedometer off on my Apple Watch, so I can use that instead.
Like clipped like an old guy's phone clip.
I don't have the clip anymore. I'm kind of pissed.
Oh,
They're worth more if you.
really? Was it who Matt Apodaca had that? He got the Pokemon Sleep thing. Did you hear that about that?
Oh, no.
It's like you
I've
wear it
heard
on
about
your
the app.
wrist, and he like in the middle of the night was wearing it to test it out for the show, and then fully like flailed in his sleep and hit his fiance in the face and like bruised her.
That's insane.
Yeah, so he stopped using it. But it's like it's trying to gamify sleep essentially.
Right. I mean, Apple Watch does that. It tells you like, good job for getting sleep.
Yeah, I guess so. Which just like would stress me out. Like, oh, I didn't sleep well. I gotta get better at it.
I gotta sleep more.
Which should
Sleep better.
have the opposite effect.
I mean, actually, that's probably what you're supposed to do. It's like, oh, what can I do to make this better? How can I make this
Probably stop tracking it so much.
better? True.
Maybe. I don't know. We're back.
All right.
We're back. Wine drunk Brian is here with his second glass. We're here at their second rounds. How is everyone's now cold mulled wine?
Well, I
Mine's
threw
not cold.
mine in the microwave because
Oh.
it's in a mug.
Wow.
So I could do that.
Wow. Another also a double flex between using the mug and having a microwave.
You don't have a microwave?
No, there's no space in here for
More.
that.
That's tough.
I mean,
I get it
forgot
though.
that
I
you don't
really
have a
wanted an
microwave
air
oven.
fryer, but I don't have any counter space left.
Yeah. I have like
So,
that's what I
can't
use
have
instead
air
for everything.
fryer.
I'll use the air fryer or like heat up stuff in the oven or do stuff
Yeah.
just stovetop. I kind of feel like it does leftovers a lot better than microwave does because that's what I usually use microwave for most is leftovers, and microwave stuff can either keep stuff super cold in weird spots or just like cook it to shit. So I'm okay with that.
Let's weigh in on how you warm your food.
No, I turned off comments. They can't.
I just said everybody, audience, everybody chime in.
No.
Great
Don't. I don't want to
debate.
hear about it.
Now,
Oh,
Yeah, go wild.
sorry.
I the only problem with it is not being able to do like microwave popcorn.
yeah. Oh, you gotta buy
That
Jiffy Pop.
sucks.
Yeah, it's the Jiffy Pop I've done a couple
That's
times.
so much.
It's
work,
so much
though.
work. It's too much.
Yes, they're just fucking doing this for fucking.
I mean,
15
I
minutes.
do. I buy like
Oh.
kernels and do it that way. It comes out good, and you can control your butter level because I'm not a butter guy.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of work. And it's a lot of paying attention and like making sure it doesn't burn. It's a lot.
What do you do? Olive oil? What I do?
Olive oil, and then I think when Nicole was on a Weight Watcher kick, we would do I can't believe it's not butter because Weight Watchers hates fat in food. So we would do
Yeah.
that.
Like compressed palm oil.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I
But-
do olive oil and nutritional yeast because it makes it taste like cheesy popcorn.
I've heard that's so good and
Oh.
popcorn especially. Oh yeah, I gotta get me some of those.
It's so good. It reminds me of like when middle school and there was like those like cheese popcorn bags. I'm sure they still exist.
Smart
That
Pop.
was just like the last time I've ever like seen a person eat yeah, the black bag.
Yeah.
That was like the white cheddar popcorn. That's kind of what it tastes like. The consistency is not as good because it's really hard to get olive oil like evenly distributed on all of the popcorn. To get the nutritional use to stick to it because the flakes are much larger than like Parmesan cheese or whatever. But it's very good. I am a huge popcorn fan, and I also don't like butter.
Wow. Popcorn is like good, and like that's something that like is gone from my childhood. I used to have popcorn all the time in my childhood, just not having it anymore for some reason. I don't know why. It's great.
I'm just like always stoned, and like popcorn does not have that many calories, and you can eat like sometimes when you're stoned, you don't even. It's not that you're hungry; you just like want to be snacking, and so it's something that you can have 1,000 of. It's like that and regular Cheerios, just like plain Cheerios, are the best high foods because it's just like bottomless.
Crazy you said that because I thought I was the only person that loved just plain Cheerios, and I actually just recently ran out of my gummies, and I just keep forgetting to order more. But last time I got a full high on with the gummies, I just went to town on my fucking family-sized box of Cheerios. I think I added bananas.
Yeah, you just need to be able to just keep reaching.
I just love like getting like just like the texture, like just having so much stuff in your mouth that just has crunch and bite to it. Just feels so good.
Yeah. Do your partners like this mulled wine, or are we all drinking an entire bottle of wine on a Sunday night?
Great question.
Darian is currently I keep forgetting the phrase. She's selectively sober or purposely sober for the past like 2 months. So she's not.
What is accidentally sober?
Yeah.
I guess it's more like people who should be sober.
Okay, so you're saying, so I guess you're trying to say that she's sober, and it wasn't
she's taking a break from alcohol.
Yeah. She doesn't necessarily have a like what would be quantified as a problem or an addiction of alcohol, but she's like, I just don't want to drink right now, so she is not consuming alcohol.
Nicole has been sharing this with me, and she likes it quite a bit. I think we both like it equally. When we went to go strain out the rest of this because I didn't want to choke on another clove, she's like, it's good, right? I was like, yeah. I think she's more of a red wine person than I am, and just a wine person in general, so I think she just likes that this tastes like holiday wine, and maybe it has a little bit of alcohol boost to it with the brandy, but it's just nice. It's a nice, especially for like a Sunday night. We're drinking early, getting a little warm on a. I wish it was more of a wintry night. It's like feels like a spring, rainy evening.
Yeah.
But I'm pretending.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's also raining there. So we have the similar warm but raining.
Yeah, 2 Sundays in a row where it's absolutely disgusting here and like 60 degrees and just pouring and windy. So trying to be in the spirits.
Well, Kevin not only doesn't drink red wine, but will not consume anything with cinnamon in it. So I'm having an entire bottle. Some of the alcohol cooks off, and I'm working from home tomorrow.
There you go.
So it's fine. So it's more the sugar that's gonna get me than the wine.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
So so Brian, are you finishing the bottle?
Fuck no. I'm probably like maybe like half a glass after this one, and then like dump. Unfortunately, but like
I had half.
Yeah, $3 bottle of wine, man. At all these.
That's true. That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah, I think because like I didn't put a ton of like extra stuff in it, like not a lot of brandy or like didn't put any orange juice in it this time or anything like that. They just like wasn't like it was 2 mugfuls like filled to the top, which is like not that much. But it does go down really easy. I also am on like the last day of a cold, so this is like perfect.
Oh yeah,
because I haven't really wanted to drink.
Nice warm boozy thing to finish off and reward yourself for getting through a cold.
This is like the first day. I had some prosecco last night, but this is like the first day that I've really felt like okay, I'm like ready to drink again, and this is like perfect.
Yeah, I think my only neg on this drink is that as I get to the bottom of my wine glass. I feel like all the cinnamon and clove and stuff is kind of stuck at the bottom. So I guess it's on me maybe to swirl it around a little bit more.
Yeah, you need to get a cinnamon stick because it's a cute garnish.
Oh,
and
so
you can use it to swirl the stuff up.
I like that. Okay, so user error there.
I use those, those like
skill issue.
chemistry little spinners. I use one of those usually. Just put
Oh yeah.
the beaker stirring.
They also make those for drinks specifically. They're called swizzle sticks.
Put what's that stuff? Sulfuric acid in mine, and
that's really
no. Sorry, I'm a scientist. I wear glasses. I brought my swizzle sticks from the lab.
Actually, I synthesized my cinnamon, so I used science.
Oh, you synthesized it?
Wow.
Would you like to share out the results?
Classified. It's classified.
Classified. Yeah. It's kind of
How
funny.
many different kinds of cinnamon do you have to synthesize?
Company secrets. I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, this is for your job where you make bombs or whatever you guys do.
As a scientist.
Bombs.
And business is booming.
Oh yeah. That's our episode, folks.
Well, I think that actually probably is it's probably time to start reviewing this.
Okay.
Giving some rating.
Well, I guess we'll start with our guest. Lita, do you want to try and grade this drink on a scale of 1 to 5 of all
the
among
one that
drinks?
I made.
Yeah, right. It's a kind of a funny thing to review.
How good is yours?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll rate it just like as mulled wine in general, which is like, I do really, really like it. But again, I can only have one. So if I'm at a bar and there's like a bunch of different holiday beverages, I do think I'll go for it once, but I don't think it's going to be like my top choice necessarily.
Yeah.
I would say the thing about holiday bars that sort of rules that goes in favor of me potentially ordering mulled wine is that I really don't like really sweet stuff. So a lot of holiday cocktails, I won't have anything with cherry in it, which I know is like not necessarily a holiday flavor, but sometimes it gets in there just to make things red. I don't like anything cherry. I don't like anything chocolate. So that will rule out sometimes. They'll do like chocolate cocktails or chocolate beers or whatever. Right. And while I love peppermint, I don't like it in drink form.
I think it could be a lot of like overpowering in a lot of drinks.
Yeah, I don't know why. I like it as like I will eat a candy cane.
I love it in
I
ice
don't really
cream.
like peppermint stuff. So I just think, yeah, that's good. So I just think in terms of like holiday drinks, it's maybe not my favorite seasonal menu in general, which makes mulled wine, like if I'm rating it against every other cocktail in the world, like, am I ever going to have this over a Negroni? No, like never once in my entire life will I do that.
Yeah.
But for a holiday drink, it's very nice and it's festive. And I love Christmas. Like my downstairs, I'm Jewish, but my downstairs right now, we have a big real tree. We have lights everywhere. We have stockings. Like I just love the feeling because winter is my favorite season, and it just makes me feel like really cozy, even though I don't have any sort of like the cultural connection to it.
Right.
I just love a theme, and it's like
it is a great theme.
The whole country gets on board for a theme.
It really
like,
is cool.
like you do have a cultural connection to it, right? Because like I feel like Christmases in America are so like connected and baked together that like it just is like the holiday season like is just it is unfortunately just like Christmas related. Like
I don't feel like less festive even though Hanukkah is over.
Right.
Yeah. You see it everywhere.
Like,
it's part of the media. It's part of culture. It is in everything we do this time of year. And so like even like last night, I haven't been feeling like the most Christmassy this year because I just I'm in between homes. That sounds like I'm a homeless person.
I'm in between homes right now.
I'm guesting in someone's studio right now. I only scheduled this podcast so I could be under a roof tonight.
Yeah.
But we're moving like very soon, so we're not going all out for Christmas. So I just feel it is important to have your home being like festive, just having like lights and just having the ambiance is really great at home. So I just haven't been feeling it too much. And last night we went to dinner at this place. It's this German restaurant that is decked out in Christmas decorations, and they. Sometimes you get lucky when you go there and there'll be a polka band there, and it was there last night, and they were just doing Christmas polka all night long throughout the restaurant, and would just go into each room and give them like 10 minutes, and it was just so much fun. It was like the most heartwarming thing I've seen all year, and to a point where they saw a table that was just finishing up and they're writing their check, and like, do you guys want to come up and like sing with us? And they had an instrument for each one of them, and there was like 10 people singing Feliz Navidad just at the front of the restaurant as we were finishing dinner last night. It was just like so nice. So that was
That is so
that was so
fun.
fun. But I didn't have any mulled wine last
Germans
night.
love Christmas.
They do. They really do.
Do you have?
Oh,
Instead of
what I
mulled
had last
wine.
night.
What did you drink?
I always get a Hefeweizen there because I'm a Hefeweizen
Okay.
freak. My favorite. And you're not a
Yeah.
banana
beer.
person, right?
So good.
Yeah, no,
And
not a
clove sometimes.
Hefo person. That's because I hate bananas, and they always taste like banana to me.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what they are.
I feel like I hate banana flavored things, like runts. The worst.
I hate both bananas and banana flavored things. Unlike cherries, where I love cherries, I just hate cherry flavored things.
Oh,
Interesting. Yeah, don't get me started on runs.
So sorry, am I supposed to give a number?
Yeah, give
like
some
stars?
sort of number. I'll give it out of 1 out of 5 star aneses.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it 4 because it's the best at what it is trying to be. It's not like
Yeah.
a drink that you're gonna pound all night, and it's not trying to be that. So yeah, I think it's like my top holiday heavy beverage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I think I can agree with the sentiments. I think in general, it's good at what it's trying to do. Like you said, it's fun to have tried this. I think the thing with Christmas and their drinks, and why I don't like them so much is because they're all sort of doing the same thing. It's like some sort of spin on cinnamon for the most part, and that could just be a little bit overkill. And then just a lot of things will taste like I'm walking into Michael's or Joanne's, and I just hate that smell and feeling so much. It just punches you in the face with pine cones. But if you do it right and you dull it a little bit, it could be fun. Just there's so many novelty drinks out there for this season in particular that it could just be overkill. But this is one of the good ones. So I think I'll go like 4 or 5. I would do this again very seasonally.
If a bar had both like a thing of hot mulled wine and a thing of hot spiked cider, which would you go for?
Or it's like being like all the way hot toddy, like with like the booze in it and stuff too.
I don't know. If you see like alcoholic hot cider on a menu,
I
and
go
you
hot
see
cider.
mulled wine.
I
on
like
a
cider
menu.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big cider guy. I would do one of each probably, but if I could only pick one, I would do cider.
Yeah. I like hot apple cider, but I think I'd go mulled wine. I don't know. What do you think?
I think this is definitely one. I think there's something kind of fun and more. I think this is more Christmassy than the cider. I think cider's like kind of like the Thanksgiving
borderline
era,
fall, yeah.
or in the Christmas
Yeah.
era.
But it's funny how the fall things kind of bleed into Christmas a little bit too. Like they are similar once you get towards the end of fall. And like you're saying, Thanksgiving season can be lumped in with the whole holiday
I
season.
mean, it's like Thanksgiving is like mid fall this year specifically.
Yeah,
like you still got a whole.
Technically calendar wise, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved the early Thanksgiving because I felt like we got a bonus week of Christmas.
You do. Because I won't let myself really start celebrating until Thanksgiving happens. Like the Friday, like all right, cool. Friday after Thanksgiving, like here we go, Christmas season. But otherwise, I don't do it.
Yeah, we went to the mall on like November 29th, and I was just like, holy shit, there's like it's Christmas in here, which I just like never expect until December. Nice, I liked it.
Costco had Christmas stuff up in like September, and I was like,
that stuff kills me. Like, as a kid, seeing like back to school commercials in June still or like July, I'll be like, fucking stop it.
Why? Show me Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, the
again.
Michael's Craft Store thing is real. We went for some Halloween stuff in like September, and all of their Christmas stuff was already out.
Wild.
And then we were just there for get some stuff for Christmas, and they already had all of their MLK Day stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy. Because usually,
what are the decorations?
I don't celebrate MLK Day until the end of Hanukkah at least. Yeah. I just think it gets earlier every year. They start playing the music.
The MLK music?
You know? Yeah, all the MLK music on the radio.
Yeah,
which I will give no examples because I do not want to be canceled.
Good idea. All right, Brian, give us your review.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun making this.
That's a part we didn't touch on. It is part of the process. It's fun.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of fun to just like. I feel like it would be a lot of fun to like put this not in a bowl, I guess, but like just to serve this other people. Like I guess the whole point of it, right, is you're sharing this bottle of wine with people and to like make it a little more festive.
Like you would like summertime sangria, like leave it in a pitcher or whatever.
Yeah. You try and like do anything you can to keep it warm, so maybe it sits on the stove for a little bit and it
sits in your lap.
low. That's right.
You gotta sit in Brian's lap in order to get some.
Stoves are so cold all the time. I have poor circulation.
This is probably true.
But yeah, it's good. I like it. It tastes good. It's like kind of that nice sweetness, but also like the bite of the wine was very.
Oh.
It's fun. It's festive drink. Love it a lot. I do wish I had the cinnamon stick, and I kind of like forgot to buy them, and I would have done that. But the powdered cinnamon was all the same. But yeah, I'll give this a 4. I don't know what else there is. I just don't like wine that much, so I think there's like I would probably rather just have an old fashioned if I was drinking something else, or like a gingerbread stout, like Hardywood gingerbread bourbon stout.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Pretty fucking
it is cracking me up that like the past 2 weeks I reviewing the idea of eggnog and mulled wine. Like we're not far off from just reviewing the idea of wine itself. Just like wine 4 out of 5.
That's like kind of me though. I'm like, well, it's no liquor.
Yeah.
It's only 14%. It's bullshit.
I just love the idea of the Hoppy Boys just being like, all right, yeah. So what do you guys think about beer? It's like we've never really gotten
around to
the bottom of it. Where do you guys land on this?
I mean, like to be
101.
completely honest, we did review Natural Light, and that is like that's beer.
That's just beer.
That's just beer.
That's just beer. That was episode 3. We got there. Episode 1.
Episode 1.
That was the I don't know.
Inaugural?
I'm trying to use.
I had an idea a really long time ago that I pitched to Brendan that we'll do someday of doing blind reacts to all of the shitty beers. Because I just like if you could actually like make a decision on whether like Coors Light or Miller Lite or whatever tasted better.
Yeah.
And it came up because I always order IC Light, Iron City Light, which is the Pittsburgh one, but they don't have it outside of Pittsburgh. So I found myself feeling like a total fool when I wanted a light beer at a bar out of town, but was like panicked and didn't know what to order. But I think I would still like to do that. But I think at this point, unfortunately, I have made too much. I've like formed an opinion. So it's actually probably better because maybe I need fresh eyes. But I feel like very confident in my rankings of light beers right now.
Yeah, so the idea is just so fun to
see if my world got rocked.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. It's just like such a like a in-person thing to do, but I think it'll be just a lot of fun. Even if it sucked and we sucked at it and it's not fun to listen to, I would just like to do that exercise because it just sounds enjoyable to like see like, oh, I wonder if I can get these right if I know my shitty beers well enough to like to point them out and could I guess what Miller Lite tastes like?
I feel like
I also don't even know. Sorry, go ahead.
They're so distinct, and like I feel like every time I have like a Bud Light, I'm like, this tastes so much different than what I was expecting. And like with that in mind, like I feel like I would totally be able to tell like, okay, that one is this. Same with the Coors Light. I'm like, this tastes different. Like it has like, you know, it's like how Mug root beer. You know the difference between Mug and Barks. Like it's totally different. So I feel like it's the kind of same thing.
I think I would know. The only thing is that I don't really know what Natty Light tastes like. Like I've definitely had it. I've had it like out of a keg at a college party, but I have never ever ordered it at a bar like I have Miller, Coors.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's rarely
so
at bars.
I don't think I even know. Like,
it's like a home drinker, like almost strictly. You really won't see it at bars too often. I didn't even realize that until you just said that. I'm like, I think I've only bought like 15 packs because it's all they sell it in is like $9 15 packs, and it's gotten cheaper as time has gone on.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever like seen it on draft around here.
No, I don't think they've ever made. They've never made a keg of it. They only make cans.
Yeah, like it's not what I. And the only reason that I've had all the other ones so many times is because I'll ask for an icy light and they won't have it, so I just have like whatever it is that they have.
Yeah. The scissor.
To be clear, I am a Miller Lite girly if icy light is not available.
Brian's with you on that.
Great, I'm glad we're all in agreement on the ML smoothies.
I just smooth. It sounds delicious. I go more towards High Life just because I like the clear bottle you can add stuff to make like the sidewalk slammer type like cocktail in a bottle type things with. It's just fun to see the color change. I've been on like a crazy, I think more so in the summertime and bleeds into fall a little bit, but I was doing a lot of Aperol in my high lives.
Oh my god!
And lemon.
Because it's the champagne of beers.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So it's like an Aperol spritz because that's
Basically.
Prosecco and Aperol. Oh, you just need like 2 tangerines in there. Oh, I'm sorry, clementines.
Yeah, I would never do tangerines.
And then you just need 2 clementines, and then that's basically an Aperol spritz.
It's really something else. It's they're very good. And they make like they give you a better bang for your buck with your little beer too, just a little bit more.
Punch it up.
Okay, so Brian, we gotta blast through these segments. We have 2 big ones. This is everyone's favorite segment, Brian's Question Corner.
It's time for Brian's Question Corner.
What was the question?
Okay.
All right.
So I don't know if you're familiar with this segment, but it's a new segment where I don't know if you could guess, but Brian asks a question.
We guess what question he's gonna ask.
That's a great idea.
That should be a really. That would
Sorry, what did you say?
Brian asks a question, and that's kind of the whole thing. He just asks a question. He poses it to us, and we, I guess, discuss.
Oh, I thought you were saying that we have to guess something.
We've got to guess Brian's
like
question.
The question.
We guess the question. We don't. Once we figure out what it is, we don't answer the question. We just want to know what it would be.
It's like Jeopardy.
Yeah, exactly. We're mansplaining Jeopardy to the audience.
He just says like Yerevan, and we're like, what is Armenia?
And that's our segment.
That's right.
Capital of? Yeah.
I have no idea what that country is. I wanted to know.
It's in Canada.
Okay, so usually they're about music and music I've been listening to, and so today I was on the way back from the climbing gym, just driving, kind of like disassociating, and Sheryl Crow came on.
We've definitely talked about her in this segment.
Yeah. So, in I Want to Circle the Sun, the opening line is, "My friend the communist holds meetings in his RV." Now, my question is, does Sheryl Crow hate America?
Because she's friends with the communists.
Dirty communist. She is fraternizing with communists. And I'm a McCarthyist, so does she hate America?
You're a Melissa McCarthyist?
Right, yes.
She love her work.
That's right.
I think
I've seen Sheryl Crow live.
Really?
Yes.
I love a Sheryl Crow.
I saw her at the Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville, which is a bourbon and music festival.
Wow.
And I went there because John Mayer was headlining.
Nice.
And as Brendan knows, I love John Mayer and famously think he did nothing wrong. That's a joke.
He loves it.
Cutting out the joke part. Cutting it
Jokes.
out. Cutting it out.
I just love his music. And also Counting Crows, who is my favorite band. There was so many crows. Cheryl and
Yeah,
Counting.
too many crows, I'd argue.
I
can't believe one of them didn't take a shit on you.
Yeah, literally. David Byrne was there.
What is going on at this festival?
Talking Head songs.
It's crazy.
Great.
Holy shit.
Lenny Kravitz. It was a great lineup.
Wow.
So I saw Sheryl Crow there. And Makes You Happy is one of my favorite songs.
Same.
Ever.
It's been in my top 20 songs 2 years in a row now.
Wow. It can't be that bad then. But I would say that would be iconic. I love her. If Sheryl Crow was just like, I hate America. But
Anti-American.
so you, as a McCarthyist, one can't even like associate in an RV with. Well, she didn't even say that she attends the meetings.
Well, the next line is
he holds them.
right. Then the next line is that she like can't afford money for his gas, so she has to sit at home and watch TV. But her just saying that she is friends with a communist, I think, is enough to say that she dislikes, she hates what America stands for, and that is taking stuff from people and making it their own, and killing them
I
in
like
this
that
process.
you ask questions like Fox News asks questions, which is less does Sheryl Crow hate America
And telling us
more,
that she does.
Sheryl Crow hates America. Here's why.
That's
you
what the
guys
segment
think
is
that
about.
She hates America when we know she does.
How
and why are you wrong?
In which way are you about to agree with me? I think she just has. I think she's almost embarrassed that she has a communist friend. The way she's saying is like, yeah, I know he's my friend. That we grew up together, and like we've been friends for so long that I have a commie friend. It is what it is. We don't talk about politics, but I just know he is that.
Oh, Cheryl is also openly pro-choice.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Is that America?
So she does hate America. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we have our answer. She
there you go.
does, according to Hannity or some other fucking stupid Fox News host.
So that song came up like on the radio for you on the way home.
No, I was on. I was doing Matchbox 20 radio.
Nice.
And that was one of the songs that came up. Yeah.
Oh. I bet Counting Crows
Rob
comes on Matchbox
gotta.
20 radio all the time.
Fucking
Because
does.
the only time that I ever listen to Matchbox 20 is when it comes on Counting Crows radio.
Hey, Rob Thomas has some like I always made fun of Rob Thomas because like it's just funny. And I think it's
Coming back around.
ironically listened to Matchbox 20 and Rob Thomas, and then it kind of started growing on me.
Yeah, I don't mind them at all. It's just not a band I ever got into,
Yeah.
but they are so often grouped with Counting Crows in terms of genre.
Right. When
that
they come up on
90s pop
radio,
rock.
it's good. Like those bands come
We're
up a lot on
seeing,
pop rocks.
Yeah, we're
Rock.
seeing Jimmy Eat World open for Fall Out Boy March, and I'm gonna have to. That's another band that comes up sometimes on those, and I'm gonna have to figure out if they have another song.
I was gonna say like I know the
Besides
two.
that
I haven't never diven deep into it.
That's right.
I know some people love them.
I guess they must. They're opening for Fall Out Boy. It's a pretty big gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
Rob Thomas is
that's
good.
Glad to see those
From Under the Cork
guys
Tree tour,
finally
right?
made it. Wait, what?
From Under the Cork Tree tour, where they're playing their second album.
Oh, just the album.
like front to back. I thought it was the 20th anniversary of
they're-
that. So
Well, they're touring their new album probably.
Oh, that would be a lot better for me personally, because I'd be guaranteed to know.
No,
every
I
word to
wish
every
that was
song.
what was happening.
The thing is, yeah, they are touring their new album. It's the So Much for Stardust tour, and I actually do really like the new album, but I'd still take the From Under the Cork Tree one because I'm afraid they're gonna play some of those songs that were like really popular and
Like the
really
Uma
bad,
Thurmans.
like Uma Thurman
Yeah.
and
Oh,
yeah.
Centuries and
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Oh, you
Like,
named all.
I
of
don't
them,
know
right?
any of
All
those
the
songs.
Horrible. Yeah. Tough ones.
Yeah.
It seems like they're obvious
My
sellout.
songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
Yeah, I think they like those songs too. Like they're weirdly proud of those. I don't really understand it.
That's fine.
I've-
I would just like them to play Take This to Your Grave in its entirety.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is incredible album. Incredible.
I might say my
debut.
second favorite album of all time.
I have not a conspiracy, but like I don't know what you call it, a thought. I don't know.
It's either a conspiracy or thought.
I don't know.
in between.
I've never had one before. I'm
yeah, original thought never. And this is something that I would consider an original thought. Anytime a band makes a song that has the same like tempo and drum line that an Imagine Dragons song has, or the song Century has, that's when they become a bad band.
Okay.
So as soon as
When
they
did
do
Panic at the
like
Disco
dumb
jump the
stadium
chart?
butt rock drum line, like they are bad. They are a bad band.
Panic. I don't know. I they didn't have that long
Panic
of a run
sucks.
of being good.
No, they had 3 albums.
Yeah.
Oh no, 4.
And then Brendan Urie made a bunch of songs after that.
Yeah,
And
but
Company.
he was still named Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. No.
Okay, did,
Rob
did
Thomas
we
is better
answer
than
your
all of them.
question?
I think so. Yeah. We got there. Question answered.
Question answered. New York City Christmas is also one of my favorite Christmas songs. An absolute banger of a Christmas song. Just saying.
Because you live
New York City.
adjacent to. Wait, what's the number 1 Christmas song for both of you?
Good question.
Maybe it's cold outside.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's cold
That's why.
outside.
That's a fucking lie. I like Michael Bublé a lot, and I think his version of Bad Baby It's Cold Outside is really good.
Okay.
The top of the album is great.
That's a good one. I used to listen to that a lot.
Christmas
all the way
is fucking
through.
great.
I love New York City Christmas, but I think maybe, especially now that I've been listening to a lot of East Spring and Springsteen in my being, I love Santa Claus Coming to Town, Bruce Springsteen
That's a
version.
good one. Actually, strike that. Christmas Rapping is the best Christmas song.
Yes.
Who's that by?
That's my mom's favorite. The Waitresses.
Yes.
It's
got the really good horns.
I don't know if I heard it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I bet you've heard it, but really like paid attention
Rapping.
to it. But it's really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I could probably play it on here. Quick.
A bite.
I might have a bite. Let's see if my tech works. No.
It takes a little bit to like get into it, so you might have to like skip ahead.
Oh. Let's see if this works.
Oops. Dulcet tones.
Go, go, go. No, tech isn't working. It's all on the pod.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll play
Yeah,
it
well,
for
you know
later
what it
with
sounds
all of our
like.
instruments.
Oh, here
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if I know this. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This is great.
Humbug, but that's too strong 'cause it is my favorite holiday. But all this year's been
Remember something like
busy,
Drunk?
I don't think I have the energy to add to my already
Yes, it's so
mad
good.
rush
Well, like,
since 'tis the season.
Late 80s, early 90s too. Like it's just perfect. Or
That's
maybe
perfection.
mid
It's
80s. I don't even know
earlier
what this
than
came-
that. Yeah, I think it's up recently because the music video was on her, and it's earlier than I thought it was.
Mm.
Huh.
Oh, 1981.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It sounds much more modern.
Oldies.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of Ariana Grande's Christmas album, Christmas and Chill.
Oh.
There's some
so I
bops
get
in there.
hype when Santa Tell Me comes on.
Santa
That's
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
one. I also really like Britney Spears Christmas song.
Okay. The Ariana Grande one came at a time where I was like losing hope in new Christmas music too, so I'm glad like that saved for me like the fact that new Christmas songs could be good. But still, like since then, I feel like I haven't found much. So Ariana's like the last good Christmas album.
Casey Musgraves had a good Christmas album too.
Okay, I like her. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's nice.
That one Kelly Clarkson song's also very good.
Yeah,
Oh, the one where she shouts at the top of her lungs for 3.5 minutes.
it's getting to the point where it's now the second most played song ever, and it's like a little bit much.
Yeah.
What's the most played Christmas song?
The usual, the Mariah
Last
Carey.
Christmas by Wham.
That too.
Oh.
God.
Yeah. It's funny that you
80s
say that,
Christmas was
Lita.
just different, I guess.
You make that joke about Kelly Clarkson because you share sentiments with my elementary school crossing guard. Because I remember passing by her, and my mom stopped every day for like an hour to talk to her, and it was like during the first season of American Idol, and she's like, "Who'd you vote for?"
Oh my God.
It was so fun. I'd never forget this conversation.
Wow.
And she was mad that my mom and me both called in for Kelly Clarkson. She's like, "Oh, she doesn't scream. She's not a singer."
She's so talented. That song is just really loud. that particular Christmas song, she's like really belting the whole time. That was America's last free and fair election. I will have you know. That is where we went right
That
as
was
a
it.
country for literally the last time. Like 9/11 was about to happen,
Mhm.
and we
Yeah,
all
we did.
got our shit together.
for
One
her.
election.
One real quick tangent about Kelly Clarkson too is I knew she was a great singer, but Nicole is a bigger fan of Pink, and I don't like Pink's songs that much. I could tolerate a couple old ones, but we watched a YouTube video recently where she was on
You haven't heard the right
Kelly
Pink
Clarkson's show, and they did like a duet with a couple Pink songs, and Pink blows Kelly Clarkson out of the water talent wise. It's incredible how much of
Wow.
a better singer she is than Kelly Clarkson. Makes her
It's
embarrassed.
just not.
Check
her.
out that college going on.
I'll leave the link to the video in this episode
Okay.
description.
I believe that maybe she's sang better
At
on
her own
this
songs?
one thing that is literally her own songs that were written specifically for her voice in
Yeah.
one television performance.
Okay, so you're on my side.
I think she's a very good singer. I think Kelly Clarkson is like one of the best in the game
Mm-hmm.
currently in terms of pop vocalists.
And runs her own show. Also crazy.
Yeah, and didn't scab,
Funny.
unlike Drew Barrymore.
Right.
Yeah, we could
She was on
expect that
Conan,
from
and
her.
she was very, very funny.
Kelly Clarkson was? I didn't hear that one. I had to go back.
She's great.
All right.
I love her.
Let's run the last segment of the day.
Oh my god. We're never getting
Holiday
here.
one.
It's Brendan's Christmas quiz.
Okay, this is Brendan's Christmas quiz. This is very.
Santa to do that.
Santa's a fan of the pod. He was on Fiverr.
Okay.
Yeah,
a little drab in the
a little cash on the side. Yeah, it was like $10 for that. It was worth it. These questions are very Christmas list oriented, and by that I mean it's about me. So this is one of those quizzes that are unfair, and you're not going to know any of the answers to.
Right. Like a Billy Eichner.
Great.
Yeah.
Quiz.
So we'll do the usual rules where first guess right gets 2 points. Steal will get 1 point.
Steal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
First question of the Christmas list quiz. What year did I receive my drum set for Christmas?
Brian.
Okay.
2009.
Incorrect. Lita.
Okay, so I could choose not to guess, and then he would be -2 points, and I would be at 0
No,
points.
you don't get docked points. You
Wow.
can only gain points.
Oh, okay.
You
so
can
I
get
should
one here
guess.
if you get it right. Yes.
Okay.
Not like that.
It's an interesting
Well,
word.
I feel like so 2009. You were like what, a sophomore in high school? It was probably before then. So 2000 and I'm gonna say 2007.
Ooh, so close. It was 2005. So neither of you get the
Wow.
point there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fifth grade
Damn.
Christmas.
Yeah.
We've done price rules. Except we both would have lost because
Yeah,
we both
yeah.
went over.
I guess if
I was closer.
it makes sense in the future, I'll give you I should have given the second guesser
Half
it's
point.
a little lower than 2009. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or you know what? No one will get any points, and that's fine. I just want the listeners to know more about my
0
Christmas.
points.
Number 2.
Yeah.
What impressive gift did I receive alongside the drum set that very same year? I'll be a little more open-ended here. Lita.
GameCube.
Incorrect. Think about
What?
my other
Incorrect.
interests.
Oh, I thought you said we both
I
heard
heard
correct.
correct as well.
And I was like, what?
like monotone correct. It was so obvious you got it right.
you really fooled
Yeah.
me.
Incorrect.
That was fun.
It does have something to do with my other things I still like. If that helps.
All right.
Weird.
I'm
It
going to
was a beer in
guess,
5th grade.
American Idiot.
Incorrect. This was a Tony Gwynn signed baseball from my father. I think it was like a regift to him at his job, and he just gave it to me.
I've never even heard of that person. Imagine if I got that.
That's why it's a great quiz. Question number 3. What team did
I was
Tony Gwynn
busy
play for
being
his entire
9
career?
and living in Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. What was the question?
It's a bad question. What team did Tony Gwynn play for his entire career? You have 30. You
Brian.
have a 1 out of 30 chance.
I have to say the Yankees because if it's not,
No.
wow.
That's why it's such a funny
Well,
gift.
it
It makes
makes me
no
feel
sense.
like it's not. Yeah, I feel like it's not a New York team because that would have been too. Okay, it's a team that makes no sense.
It's a California team.
Holy shit.
Oh wow, that's a huge hint.
You'd think it's a huge
Okay,
hint, but there's 6 teams in California.
Yeah, there are, but if he's an iconic person, aren't the A's super new? So, but I don't know how new. I'm gonna say the Angels.
It is the San Diego Padres. The A's are actually extremely old, and they're going to be gone soon. I think they're ancient. But
Oh.
yeah, he played
Who's
for the.
new in California?
I think the Angels might be the newest.
I guess the Angels because they weren't
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, whatever.
This is question number 4. What is the best stocking gift I have ever received? Hint: it is a video game. This is probably
Brian.
around the
Yeah.
time of the drum set and the baseball.
Oh,
Brian,
that's
Brian
a big
answer
hint.
first.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Pokemon Fire Red.
No. It is on the system that Lita guessed before.
Fuck.
which
GameCube game in the
was
stocking? That's crazy.
It was nuts, Brian. You have no idea how hyped I was.
That's wild.
Mario Party 4.
Oh, close. It was a Mario game. It was Mario Strikers.
Holy shit.
I'll give Lita
As a stocking stuffer?
It was the
Holy
best.
fuck.
I'll give Lita a side point for that. Not a full point. It'll be a side
Damn.
if applicable later.
You know, 'cause otherwise this quiz is going to be 0-0. There's
Zero,
no
still
way
is. Still is.
any of us. One of those was just a baseball trivia question.
I have hope that one of the answers I have in the back of my brain that's like I got the ringer answer.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay.
The next
We'll
one
see.
is just going to be like science and nature, and we're just going to go through all of the Trivial Pursuit categories.
We're getting there. What usually comes in my stockings on a normal year? What kind of thing?
What kind of thing?
Lita.
Lita.
You got it.
Candy.
That's correct.
Fuck!
Ooh.
Wait, that is correct?
That is correct.
Sorry, I thought that. Okay, I didn't want to celebrate.
So
first.
far behind!
Wait, funny if I
Candy
give
is
you
in
like
stocking.
that's incorrect. Like raise my eyebrows up and down. That's incorrect.
Is
that's
that what
right.
you were going to say, Brian?
No. I was gonna say
Oh,
like
okay, then I
something
feel less
dumb.
bad.
So is that
Coal or
traditional then? I
some
wasn't
shit.
sure if that was like just my family or is that something people do normally? Is that like a universal thing? Okay.
I think that's pretty normal because
Okay.
it's very cheap and people like it.
Yeah, I always get like a huge
I
You
bag
get
usually
a
of
lot of
Twizzlers.
it.
I usually get the
My favorite candy.
the candy cane
Love
Reese's. With like
Oh, that's
little
fun. I
candy
definitely got
Yeah.
one of those in the past too. Like that'll hang out of the stocking.
Those are fun, but Kevin likes the Reese's eggs and trees better.
Oh,
Like,
any
the-
shape you can
the-
get.
The candy ratio is better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I think that's also like a universally correct opinion.
Right.
That's the only person I make a stocking for. We don't have children.
Oh, okay,
Let's
makes
make
sense.
it for Kevin. Kathy has a stocking. I guess we
Yeah,
put
dog
treats
treats.
in.
Yeah, dog treats in there. Okay, now we're in the stocking theme. Stockings used to make which part of my mother's body reek like fish? Which part of my mother's body would reek like fish from stockings?
Lita.
Lita.
Feet.
That's correct. Lita's on fire.
Fuck.
What else could it be? Am I supposed to say
Hands.
my name? Brian did it earlier. Should I just answer because you can tell our voices apart? And also, you're looking at us.
Yeah, that way works. It could
Okay,
have been
I'll
like
just start-
crotch. I mean, I was trying to throw you off with the fish
Yeah.
thing.
Why would you-
So
I was thinking hands. She was like stuffing
knowing what that's-
stockings or something. Fish.
it was also
Oh,
one of
her
the.
hands.
Yeah.
I was putting so much raw fish in my kid's stocking.
They asked for it. I don't get it.
Okay,
Kids these days.
question number 7. What is objectively the best Christmas movie?
Brian.
Okay,
It's the episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the Christmas episode.
Brian, you're getting a little ahead of yourself. Incorrect.
Fuck. Damn it.
Lita.
Oh God,
Oh fuck! I should have answered.
Um,
Damn it.
is it Elf?
No, it is the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. You busted. Brian, this is why you're so stupid.
And you can preemptively have the points for the TV show one. I'm not going to say it faster than you and steal.
Okay, yeah, so what's the TV show, Brian? What did you say before?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, okay, that's correct.
Was the question the best Christmas episode of a TV show?
Yes. So I think Lita is now
I
winning
must have an opinion on
4
that,
to
but
2.
I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of good ones out
Okay.
there. I think there's like better Christmas TV shows than there are movies, honestly. Christmas episodes.
TV shows.
Like there's so many cartoons.
So
like,
what's a Christmas TV show?
that would be interesting. Like, a whole series of just Christmas episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 9. What did my Aunt Barbara and Uncle Robert used to get me for Christmas every year that I absolutely detested?
I feel like I should know this.
It's something that a young boy that wanted video games
Brian.
would not want. Go ahead, Brian.
Underwear.
Incorrect. Lita.
Again.
Khakis.
Not khakis. It was a Borders gift card every year.
I was gonna say books.
Oh, great gift.
Yeah, it's something that like, if there was,
Nowadays.
if they would give me like a Barnes and Noble nowadays, awesome gift. Like they have so much better stuff now, Barnes and Noble. Even if you don't want to buy a book,
Yeah. You buy board games. You buy board games.
board games, plushes,
Stuffed animals, yeah.
yeah. Okay, and the final question, Brian, you need to get this one right. Yeah. In order to tie. but tie still goes to the guest, so you lose. Are either one of those people that I mentioned in the last question still alive?
Barbara and Robert, you said?
Yes.
Not a chance Barbara's still alive. That's like a 70-year-old name back in the day. So
My opponent that I ran against for city council was named Barbara, and she's only like 40.
and now she's dead.
Now she's that killed her.
Where is she now? Dead in the ditch. Brian, what you can guess because I win anyway.
Thank you. So gracious. I will say they're not both dead. One of them's still alive.
No.
Fuck.
Both rest in peace, R&B.
Yeah. And Barbara lasted longer.
Damn.
There you go.
She wanted to get out of that Robert.
Yeah.
Shitch.
And I buried her with all of my
Right.
unused Borders gift cards.
Oh my god, like a pharaoh.
Well, that is
To a
everyone's
broken
favorite
down chain.
yearly Christmas quiz. I'm glad you guys both had a great time participating.
I was expecting the Patendo GS to be on the.
The famous fake gift.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that about does it. I think we've had enough of each other now. And Lita, do you have anything that you'd like to plug before we wrap up?
Oh god. You can follow me on Twitter at Lita Tweeted. I'm on private because of current political events that I don't want people to see my tweets.
Otherwise, if you already followed it, it's good,
you can
it's a good
follow.
follow.
Thank you. I think so too. You can follow me on Instagram at LitaGrammed, and I honestly think that's it. I don't
Nice.
have like anything going on.
Cool. Well, thanks for
Podcast-wise,
joining us.
you can
and drinking a good drink with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can listen to my appearance on the holiday Sandy Boys.
Yeah.
Released from the vault
From
on
the
the Lonely
vault.
Boys feed.
Check it out.
Wow.
Talking about the OC's Christmaka episode. The classic.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
Otherwise, I just have all those shows: Lonely Boys, Sandy Boys, Blitzball Boys. We got a girl on today, though.
We got one.
Be impressed with us.
We had Mel on like not that long ago.
That's true. That is true. So listen to all of our holiday stuff. We maybe we'll have something fun for the new year. I don't know. Not that anyone cares. But otherwise,
Champagne power hours until
you can
midnight.
fully expect a champagne power hour from the three of us. Lita's going to be back next episode.
Yeah, we're just gonna be together on New Year's Eve, starting at like 8 p.m. Just chugging champagne
Yeah, just
until that.
Totally
clock
done by
hits.
now. We are not going to remember the ball dropping. So watch us black out.
Honestly, it would be really fun to like have like a green screen behind us and like just have the ball like doing its thing. For
That would be
an
really
hour.
cool.
We should do that
like-
anyway. It doesn't have to be New Year's Eve.
That's true. All right, everyone.
don't
It's
own balls
April
dropping.
26th, and we're watching the ball drop.
Like that idea. Okay. That's
All
it.
right. You guys, that's it for us, right? So if you guys would like to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, I'm not even gonna say Twitter anymore because I don't do that. Instagram's probably more relevant. So follow us on Instagram at the Hobby Boys Pod. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, send us an email at thehobbyboyspod@gmail.com. If you liked what you heard today, it was a great episode. Be sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and subscribe on Spotify or wherever you listen to the podcast.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'll open up the comments.
Okay. Thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
It's
Very
a
gracious.
Christmas miracle. His art grew.
Yeah.
Wow. What a
Wait.
miracle.
Can't believe it. Also, this is going to be on YouTube. So go to YouTube
Yeah,
and
we're doing
Boys
YouTube.
Media on YouTube.
We had to get YouTube up and running before Lita changed her hair color to make sure everyone saw red hair for the holidays.
Thank you for the world's shittiest camera to really
All three of ours
pick
are
up on
equally
how
shitty.
blurry I am in real life.
Beautiful. All right.
All right. Remember, everybody, have fun with it.
Bye-bye.